With a population of 2.5 Afrikaners as of 2022 and a thriving community that in itself is self-sustaining, with all levels of society provided for by its residents, today we'll be looking at the top 10 most interesting facts about the controversial South African, white-only town of Orania that many across South Africa consider to harbor old apartheid ideals. So, as usual, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share for more content like this. So let's get us started. The first interesting fact about the Afrikaner town of Orania is that it's basically a private company and managed as one, as the town was bought for roughly $585,000 and is currently owned by the VAB company, which has its own board of directors who run the town with ownership of the plots and houses in the form of shares in the company. Shareholders have the power to elect the board of directors, with the board of directors selecting the chairperson who will act as the mayor of the town, as well as other board members being given responsibility for community matters such as planning. The community has various business interests primarily in agriculture, such as the largest pecan nut plantation in South Africa, with the small town also exporting these pecan nuts directly to China. Another interesting fact about the town of Orania is that you actually have to apply to become a member of the town and go through an interview process. And if approved, new residents either become shareholders if they buy a land or property, or a tenant if they don't. The key reported criteria for possible acceptance includes factors such as: do you have a criminal record? Are you an Afrikaner culturally? Are you a Christian? And do you share the values and subscribe to the town's goals? However, it's been said multiple times on many interviews that there was nothing stopping any non-white Afrikaner from applying to become a member of Orania. It's just that no one ever did, which in itself is very unlikely to virtually impossible, if we're being honest. Another interesting fact on our list is that over the years it has been reported and seen that various communities have visited the town of Orania, or have been assisted by the town in learning how to be a self-governing community in South Africa that sustains itself, such as the Cape Coloured community of Restorist in 2007, where the communities met to discuss community development and discussed methods of self-governance. The Xhosa-speaking community of Mayeni and Orania has signed an agreement in 2012 with the intent of collaborating in agriculture, education, and tourism, as well as addressing unemployment in the community. The more recent cases of this include visits by traditional leaders such as Belakazi Mabandla, the princess and diplomatic representative of the Amabeleka Jamandile, and tribal chiefess Khabolelwe Morocco wa Baralong Bo Seleka, with the aim of learning from Orania's model of growing self-determination and building diplomatic ties that make communities more state-resistant. Whether right or wrong, there's a success story in there somewhere, said Chief Khabolelwe Morocco. Another interesting piece of information is that the town of Orania is one of the most organized communities in South Africa, if not the most organized, as the town has a representative council that acts as its municipality, being funded by rates and delivering and managing services such as water, electricity, sewage, road maintenance, and waste management, with utilities such as telecom providing services to the private entity that owns Orania. The town is already functioning separately from its local municipality. The town also has one of the lowest crime rates, if not the lowest, with no official police force. However, they do have a security unit, with the police being called as a last resort and petty crimes being dealt with internally. The town is now gearing up to house 10,000 new citizens as of 2022. Number 5 on our list is that Orania has plans in place to eventually become independent from Eskom in the next 5 years in relation to being self-sufficient. The town council owns a solar plant called Oraso and sells electricity to the internal network of the town at the same price as Eskom. The money collected from the tariffs will be used towards purchasing energy storage units and additional generation. So basically the town doesn't suffer from the effects of load shedding that plagues South Africa like the rest of the country currently. A slightly controversial fact on our list is that on a hill overlooking Orania sits the sculpted heads of former Afrikaner leaders such as Paul Kruger. This is the home for statues that have nowhere else to go in the country. The hill is called Monument Hill. A well-known fact, but one that must still be addressed, is that the town of Orania is not independent from South Africa, but its existence is permitted by the Constitution of South Africa under a clause that allows for the right to self-determination. Another interesting fact that shows true self-determination is that the community of Orania has its own bank, which is registered with the South African Reserve Bank, as well as its own currency, which was first introduced in April 2004 called the Ora, pegged on the South African Rand, with each note also advertising a local business. New notes are printed every 3 years to replace the ones worn out by use. However, the Ora was not sanctioned by the South African Reserve Bank. In May 2021, Orania released the D-Ora, a digital copy of the Ora with added benefits such as electronic payments. The Orania Technology Group led the development of the digitization of the Ora. Number 9 on our list is that Orania receives no fiscal contributions from either state or provincial government and must generate all funds by itself. Orania has a 3-step program of dealing with destitute Afrikaner arrivals: stabilization, rehabilitation, and integration. First, they are supplied with housing, next work, and then land at 10% market value, plus interest-free loans from the local cooperative bank for the construction of a house. Before we get to the last interesting fact about Orania, I wanted to just provide a bonus fact, and that one is that Orania isn't the only all-white Afrikaner town in South Africa, another being Kleinfontein, which lies 30 kilometers outside of Pretoria. Now, you know what they say about saving the best for last. The last fact on our list, which is not really widely spoken about, is that Orania's founders did not settle on virgin territory, but on the remains of a half-realized 1960s project. A community of 500 poor black and mixed race squatters who had made their homes in the buildings left behind by the project stood between the new owners and their vision of self-determination, and they were removed between the years 1989 and 1991. This was considered to be one of the last large-scale evictions under apartheid, and it was carried out by the future residents of Orania with the assistance of beatings, pistol whippings, and dogs, allegedly. And in 2005, the squatters had lodged a land claim with the Commission of Restitution of Land Rights. However, as previously mentioned, the land was legally bought, and the squatters were allegedly relocated to new homes. So, as usual, thank you for watching today's video, and if you had truly enjoyed it, please subscribe to the channel and like the video for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video.